paper, it's all great, and yet you walk into the room, and I guess everyone says Tua's like the Pied Piper. You want to follow him down any road, and then you walk in and you get to be the smartest in the class. So with all that on paper,
run this 40.
Transfer from Clemson. He's a very good runner. He's got some power to him. Anxious to see what the time is.
You all know the advent of Trevor Lawrence is what caused Bryant to depart. He's undefeated, rooting on his mates, the quarterback class. Princeton man, Kevin Davidson. As Sean Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints, is settling into his chair in between Daniel Jeremiah and I. Join us live here on NFL Network, watching Kevin Davidson run.
He can create a little bit, make some plays here in the Ivy League. Coach, how you doing?
Good to see you, Coach. Hold on a second. We're working on his mic right there. Kevin Davidson.
For one reason or another, maybe just didn't have the production.
Speaking of traits, Coach, Jacob Eason from Washington, as we're watching him right now, he has got a huge arm.
Yeah, and look, when you're able to watch these guys throw like we are here, field level, and how they spin the ball.
It's Jake Fromm. 501. The Georgia Bulldog.
He feels like he's been there for.
Obviously, he's won a lot of games there, and is an impressive guy. We interviewed him at the Senior Bowl, had some time there, and he was in town working out. Very impressive to be around.
Speaking of Senior Bowl, Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Also had a terrific Rose Bowl with a 4.71. And I can't sing the praises of Jalen Hurts enough as he's coming up here about
talk about the West Coast offense. He put a premium on the quarterback's ability to move. Now, whether he was going to be someone that could run for a lot of yards, that's a different story. But, a guy that we play in an imperfect game. The pass rush is difficult. And so when things become a little murky in the pocket, to have somebody that can work his way out of problems. And
Michigan State gets up there. We talked at length earlier, and I'm sure we're going to be doing it later on tonight, about Joe Burrow and how remarkable his 2019 season was, and Joe Brady, who was brought in by Coach O, and what he meant to the offense there. He was taking.
Is this the right move for you? In other words, you're going to be a position coach in this league, and shoot, he went down there, and within 1 year, a group of guys, not just him, but obviously Joe and that offensive staff and Ed, and sometimes it would come maybe a week or two right after one of our games. and
stole a couple. I love it.
Listen, that you just put your name on it, and there you go. You turn it into the teacher.
Coach, did you guys ever do as much empty as they did at LSU? It was 80 over.
You watch a game, and you're like, he's going to get hit, and he gets hit, and sometimes that's troubling if it's a quarterback that doesn't know a man's unblocked. And I think you'd go a whole season watching Burrow's film, and I don't know, one time they changed the look up. It's something I think is a strength of his.
So does that make sense? And in talking to him, and we were trying to figure out the difference between 18 and 19, when we talk about his vision, how great his vision, and just getting more guys out, that help explain a lot of what you see in that massive.
Yeah, it's part of it, I think. Yeah. And there were probably a number of things. And shoot, I thought they played exceptional defense in 19. Well, that's a great ally for good quarterback play. But clearly, he felt more and more comfortable with what they were doing, and you just saw that. I mean, you just saw that confidence grow, not only with himself but his teammates. And this event will be littered with LSU
16
players.
of them.
How about that? Right?
Unbelievable.
That's a lot of players from one school.
You ready for your umpteen with Drew Brees?
Yeah, we're excited. When the season ended, we spoke for a little bit. Then, of course, he was to the Pro Bowl right after that, and I think he wanted some time really to evaluate. There's a lot that goes into not just the physical stress of it, but the preparation and the grind of 6 months and doing what someone like he does at the level he does it. And I, it was just the year I'm going to potentially retire, and yet when the season ended, I don't know that he felt like he wanted to.
Right.
And so without speaking for him, and I wouldn't do that, but